The Chiefs, of course, will be playing in the AFC Championship game again this weekend. This will be the fourth time in the last 5 years Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen meet in the postseason. The first one was 2020 at Arrowhead, AFC Championship game. Mahomes threw for 325 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 of them to Jason Kelce. That was a fairly easy 38-24 Kansas City win. The next game between the two of them, the following year, divisional round. This might have been the greatest game in NFL history. After 3 go-ahead scores in the final 2 minutes, Kansas City in 13 seconds marched down the field to kick a field goal, force overtime, and they wound up winning it in the OT, 42-36. Once again, if you said it was the greatest game in football history, I wouldn't give you an argument. And then last year, finally, Allen had it in his house in Buffalo, part 3. Back and forth it went. Neither team ever led by more than 7. Isaiah Pacheco scored a touchdown early in the fourth to put Kansas City up. Tyler Bass missed that game-tying field goal with under 2 minutes remaining. And there it is. It's Kansas City 3, Buffalo 0 when it matters. I know the Bills beat them this year, but when it matters, it has been all Kansas City. And I want to ask a question about the Chiefs. This is a serious question. You make fun of me all the time because I talk about point differential and all that. Sydney, please put the full screen up, okay? It's D12. Kansas City lost to the Raiders on Christmas Day of last year. Since that time, they are 22-2. One of those games they didn't try to win, right? It was this past year they sat everybody. So when Patrick Mahomes starts, they've only lost 1 game going all the way back to last Christmas. During that time, they are 16th in the league in offense and 9th in the league in defense. So they're not spectacular at anything but winning. How have they done this?
Yeah. The formula is they protect the football and they convert on third downs. And it's as boring can be. But situational football matters. And Andy Reid, Spagnuolo, you name it, Patrick Mahomes, you can call him a coach on the field as well. They all understand moments of football, and they don't get swayed by how many points they got to score. They want to score 1 more than their opponent. And that's easy to say. Right. It's hard to live. And they don't put themselves in a position to lose games. They allow the opponent to do that, and they take full advantage.
I think all teams want to get you to play their game, and they want to get you in a situation that's advantageous for them. That normally means, like, we have a great defensive line, so we are going to play softer coverage to force you to compensate for our advantage there. The thing about what the Chiefs have is they are most comfortable in tight game, important clutch situations because they've had 2 careers worth of those. Like 7 times in the AFC Championship game, most guys don't make it there once or twice. They are so comfortable. And as we were talking about earlier, they practice for this in the offseason knowing, not hoping, knowing they'll be there.
Let me reframe my question. In the early part of this run, it was very easy for just a regular fan like me to recognize, oh my God, they've got Patrick Mahomes, they got Travis Kelce, they got Tyreek Hill, their offense is unstoppable. Then it shifted to they got the best defense in the whole league. Mahomes is just holding down the fort, and that defense is dominating. But they're not doing that anymore either.
No.
So that's how I'm trying to get to the bottom of. How do they win every single game?
I think he's at a tier that, we've only really seen Tom Brady at, which is they have. Patrick Mahomes is the best at being the quarterback the situation calls for.
Yeah.
So the first parts of the season, the first parts of the games don't really matter as long as they stay in it. Because in the fourth, to Nick's point, like a boxing match, it's, okay, what do I need to do? Cool, got it. What's the 2 drives, 2 touchdowns? Got it. Got to convert on third down. We got 2 downs to do it, third and fourth? Cool. He has the special ability as a quarterback to be able to run it with his legs, to be able to throw it. But again, he's just cool, calm, and collected when it matters most, and they prepare for those moments.
And because of how Patrick Mahomes plays, when you face the Chiefs, you cannot make a mistake.
Right.
Because they capitalize on it. They are waiting for that. And it just feels like anytime, like, oh, Josh Allen just did there. Oh, Lamar, that's probably going to do it. Like, that's the dagger.
And can I say this, too? The relationship that they have with each other. So the game that you said you could argue is the greatest football game ever, if you go back and watch that, Travis Kelce literally looks at him and goes, hey, tells Tyreek, get behind me on this play. We're going to run it this way. And on the very next play, he said, if they offer it again and you hear Mahomes go, do it, Trav, do it. That's above X's and O's, y'all. It's above coaching because they trust each other implicitly and they know they got each other's back. So when the moment matters, they're communicating. They're not looking to the sideline to solve problems. Their coaches offer solutions to problems and players offer solutions to problems. That is the difference between being a champion that continues to show up and a one-year wonder.
It's on the offense and it's on the defense able to do that. And you notice in the course of these games, they are gathering information. And Steve Spagnuolo recognized that zero blitz was going to work. But he was not like most coaches or like most players, and as soon as you see a hole, you're going to take it. He's like, all right, I got this.
Well, wait.
I'm going to hold this. He waits for the most pivotal drive of the game. When Houston's going down to try to change the game, he hits him with it on second down, kills him, hits him with it again on third down, never runs it again for the rest of the game. And it's like he's anticipating. You see the same thing out of Mahomes and Kelsey, and that point is like, all right, we know what you want to do. We've used the first 3 quarters. We know what you want to do on third down. It's third down. It's the most clutch third down. We're going to break out the play that we know that we need.
And let's just be clear about what it is that they might be on the verge of doing. I'm not old enough to have seen the Lombardi Packers. So the teams I've seen, the Steelers of the 70s, the 49ers of the 80s, the Cowboys of the 90s, any of the Brady years with the Patriots, you know what none of them ever did? None of them won 3 years in a row. None of them. They're 2 wins away from that. This is historic stuff, and I still can't figure out how they're doing it. We have an NBA...
How's it going, everybody? Villa Sports Network here. Just want to thank you guys for your support on the channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Also want to kind of remind you to don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on the video if you like as well. But regardless of the fact, thank you again for your support, and hope to see you on the next video.